Is this really what you want? You really want some 6-star Brian Grant Megamind gameplay? Well, alright. Alright, my dudes, so we are finally jumping into some Aarkus gameplay. Huge shout out to Megadestro for once again leading a successful revolution with the Aarkus gameplay. I'll tell you what, I'm actually really excited for this video. Prior to making this video, I haven't messed around with Aarkus too much. I always knew and thought that he was an underrated champion. However, I didn't realize how underrated and how good he actually was. Aarkus is actually very good, and I'm very excited to show off a lot of stuff in this video. We're gonna have a lot of endgame bosses, a lot of really difficult paths that we're gonna do with this guy, and we're gonna show off a lot of utility and a lot of amazing damage, not only against robots. There will be a lot of robots, don't get me wrong, because Aarkus is one of the best robot slayers in the entire game. However, he can do a lot more than just robots as well. We're gonna take him up to Stake 200, and we're gonna jump in today right after a very quick word from this video's sponsor. Alright, so really good news. There's going to be another $50 giveaway from this video sponsor, Lootcakes. Now, if you haven't seen my Cosmic Ghost Rider video for some strange, abnormal reason, go check it out because I break down Lootcakes in full for about 4 minutes, give you every single thing you need to know. But how about I give you a little breakdown in this video as well? So Lootcakes basically gives gamers the freedom to share their purchasing data from free-to-play games in exchange for digital gift card rewards. Now, whenever someone makes an in-game purchase, they receive an email receipt, and Lootcakes enables gamers to share that data by linking the Gmail accounts where they receive those purchase receipts and turn them into Lootcakes, and then turn those Lootcakes into gift cards. And as you can see here, I am actually a real member of Lootcakes. I've been a member for just over 2 months now, and in that time, I've already accumulated over 350,000 Lootcakes, and I can, redeem those Lootcakes for a gift card right now. I'm gonna wait until I build up a little bit more so I can get a bigger gift card, but as you can see, it is completely legit, completely free, and most of all, it is completely safe. You have nothing to worry about. I don't have any regrets signing up for Lootcakes. Actually, my only regret is I wish I signed up sooner. But I do definitely recommend signing up for this service if you do play any free-to-play game and make any purchases whatsoever. Now, you actually don't have to spend any money to earn Lootcakes. There are various different ways to earn Lootcakes, and you definitely don't need to spend any money to click my referral link in the description below, sign up for Lootcakes, and enter for a chance to win a $50 gift card sponsored by the very generous folks over at Lootcakes. So you have between now and May 31st to hit that referral link, sign up with your Gmail account, and enter in to win that $50 gift card. And again, huge shout out to Lootcakes for sponsoring me and this channel and supporting you guys with that $50 gift card. Anyway, let's jump right back into the video. Alright, man, so let's jump right in. So first things first, we're gonna start off with a banger here, man. This is in Act 6.4.3, the Darkhawk chapter. It's a very tough lane here, especially with Warlock up first, and it's basically all or nothing, okay, plus like improved infection or whatever, but essentially Warlock gets to a special 3 and then he kills you if you don't have some sort of power control. But Aarkus is like probably the third best champion in the game at shutting down robots, first being probably Medusa, second being Magneto, of course, right? But the way Aarkus works, this is going to be a very interesting playstyle. We're going to go some Quake style here. The way Aarkus works is that when he's near the opponent, he places those armor breaks on them, as you can see on that little timer, okay? And then with the special 2, he converts those into an armor shatter like Medusa, and each one of those lasts, like I believe it's like 1 or 2 seconds based on how many armor breaks. So we were going Quake style there for 1 second, but as you can see here, the armor shatter completely shuts down the robots. So check it out. There is no way at all that he's going to be gaining any power whatsoever. Now the special 3 He makes it so that his like ice aura, his vision aura, I don't even know what it's called, lasts the entire stage, okay? So that way you don't have to be very close to the opponent. So at first, you kind of play him kind of like Omega Red, where you stay really close to the opponent, get all the arm breaks and the cold snaps on the opponent, but then the special 3 makes it so you don't have to stay close to the opponent whatsoever. It also gives you a massive fury, as you can see, a massive fury if there's an armor shatter on the opponent. Once you get that fury up, your damage is completely rolling. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So this is Abyss Darkhawk here. So this is how well he could shut down robots. Check this out here, okay? We're just gonna spam the heavy attack in the corner. Check out the power bar right here. It's completely not moving whatsoever. We threw the special 3. All we're doing is spamming the heavy over and over and over. Keep in mind, he's in a shield mode, so this damage is technically reduced. That's how potent the fury is. And we are just spamming the heavies until we get back up to another special 3 to refresh the fury and start the cycle again. He is so good against robots. He completely shuts them down and just locks them in the corner like it's absolutely nothing. So really, really sick stuff there. A really amazing, very satisfying playstyle. You got to be careful with the heavy because sometimes it pushes you back a little bit too far, like right there. But yeah, so we're going to jump in against, in my opinion, one of the hardest bosses in the entire game. This is the final boss of Variant 1, okay? And let's look at the nodes here for just one moment. So first things first, there is Fisticuff, so it's going to give us a second to ramp up here, okay? There's also EMP modification. So that's what makes it really, really hard, because you can only do this fight with Science and Cosmic champions, okay? So there aren't too many Science and Cosmic champions who are immune to shock. But what we want to do here is we want to try and shut Ultron down before he can even use a special attack, if that's possible. But let's take a look at how we're going to go ahead and do this. We're kind of going to do the same thing that we were doing against that Warlock. We're going to kind of play Quake style here a little bit with Aarkus, so that we can go ahead and build up those armor breaks and the cold snaps much faster. But first things first, we had Fisticuffs, right? So we have to wait 10 seconds to get the power gain. By the way, he gets a power gain buff every 10 seconds. He can have up to 5 of them, okay? So at this point, this is where we're going to go like full Quake style. This is not the easiest play style to do with Aarkus. I don't recommend doing this like 99% of the time. You saw me do this against Warlock. You're seeing me do this against Ultron. Again, I do not recommend this often. This is never necessary. This is usually never necessary unless you're really trying to do some power control against robots with this guy. But as you can see, it's kind of effective. We're taking block damage, but that's okay. At this point, we're going to go for the special 2, all right? Now, boom, look at that. The EMP modification is completely shut down, and we have that armor shatter for a very long time. And even without the fury, that was an 18k heavy attack. Really, really good damage, and now we're about to activate that special 3 fury from Aarkus because we had the armor shatter on. We took a lot of block damage from doing that little quick stuff in the corner, but I think it's going to be worth it as long as we stay, you know, with the end of the fight here, okay? So now we have that that fury buff. The special 3 did a lot of damage. That was like 70k special 3, and now we can go for some heavy attacks in the corner. He's not going to evade. A nice 34k heavy, but we got clipped there, unfortunately, but that's totally okay because this guy is completely shut down. Another 35k heavy attack, 10k light attacks here. We got clipped again, so this definitely wasn't the cleanest end to the fight, but that's totally okay because we completely shut the Ultron down, and that at the end of the day is what we were trying to do. All right, so one more special 3, it's gonna bring our adrenaline up as well, so big shout out to that mechanic. And at this point, he's at 6% health and he's just about dead. So Aarkus is actually a very good counter to this Ultron boss. So really impressive stuff there by Aarkus, of course. We have a lot more in this video. Up next, we have a Hulkbuster boss in Act 7, alright? Now, let's look at what this guy has. He has 600,000 health, and he also has spiked armor, hit me, I dare you, shockingly brilliant, dulled, all that stuff, right? There's a synergy here with OG Vision, okay? Basically, any tech champion that is also metal, okay? You can shut them down the exact same way that you shut down robots. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean in 1 second here, okay? So this is how you would normally get the armor breaks on the opponent, by the way. You would just kind of play slow in the beginning. You can refresh them on the special one, but I prefer to just go about it this way. Now watch this, okay? Watch his power bar after he throws the special one. It'll be easier for you to see. Watch his power bar right here. Completely shut down. Minus 100% ability accuracy reduction, minus 100% power gain. At this point, Hulkbuster kind of turns into a potato. Any tech champion, okay, that has the metal tag is going to turn into a potato. Tech champions that don't have the metal tag, like for example, Star-Lord, is not going to be affected by the synergy and this mechanic. I wish it was just tech champions. I feel like that would be a lot better. But any metal champion, Aarkus can completely shut down. It's actually really, really useful and very, very impressive, okay? So check this out. We can just go ahead and spam these heavy attacks in the corner. Of course, there is that dulled node, so we're not going to be critting very often here. However, even without the crits, we're doing like 15k heavy attacks, which is a nice decent chunk of damage there. It's definitely nothing to scoff at whatsoever. You know, he has a really cool special 3, but you use it so much using this guy that after a while, you do get a little sick of seeing it, but it is very, very cool. And as you can see at this point, man, we're just completely nuking this guy down, like it's absolutely nothing, man. And this Hulkbuster is definitely not the hardest boss in Act 7. Like, you know, Corvus completely nuked him down, like it was nothing. But point is, man, we're just completely shutting down an endgame boss like it's absolutely nothing. And as you can see, we only had 2 armor breaks on the opponent when we went for that special 2, and the armor breaks didn't last that long, okay? So the armor shatter. So that's why you always want to try and have a decent amount of armor breaks before you go for this special 2. And again, if you're not using him with the suicide masteries, I could recommend you go for spamming the special 1 until you get to 10 armor breaks and then cast them all in at the same time. Another thing that you can do is go for the special 3 first, is what I usually tend to do. I go special 3, special 2, special 3 is probably my favorite rotation for him. The power gain makes that a very simple process to do. Up next, we're going to go for another really tough lane in Act 7 here, and this is the Armored Assault path, okay? And again, keep in mind, just by standing near the opponent, you place very easy armor breaks on the opponent, okay? So this is boost armor up, also armored assault. So check this out here. While the defender has an armor up buff, they gain plus 65% attack rating and they become unblockable. They also have boost buff armor up, so the defender's armor up buffs gain plus 75% duration and ability accuracy, alright? And also Arc Overload, which gives them another armor up buff. So all in all, this guy is really, really annoying with the armor ups, right? He's going to be unblockable the entire time, but watch this. Just by being near the opponent, they get armor breaks, okay? And here's the thing. Iron Man is a metal tech champion, so we're going to be able to shut this guy down just like we shut down Hulkbuster, okay? So after just a few more seconds here, we have a bunch of armor breaks on the opponent. We're going to go for the special 2, and now check out his power bar. We don't even have to be worried about him getting to his special 3. It'll never happen as long as he has the armor shatter on, and now at this point, the fight is essentially over because he's under 1 bar of power. He has the armor shatter. He's a metal tech champion, and Aarkus is just going to completely nuke this guy down now, okay? So yeah, even if he wasn't a metal tech champion, Aarkus would have been really, really good here just because of his armor shatter ability, where they won't be able to gain any armor ups while it's active, okay? So he pretty much completely shuts this node down, and even if you don't activate the armor shatter, just standing near the opponent puts many armor breaks on the opponent, okay? And look at this, man. We're just nuking through these opponents, chaining the heavy attack like it's nothing in the corner. It's a playstyle I really enjoy. That was an absolutely solid fight right there by Vision Aarkus. So up next, we're going to take him up against a fight that he has no business doing well in, and that's going to be 6.2.5 Mordo. He has so many buffs, this guy, and Mordo has Spite, unblockable special attacks, but keep in mind, no Astral Evade, with the cold snap, because there's your evade counter right there. So that's really sick, man. So another thing with this, you know, you do a lot of heavy attacks with Aarkus, right? And against Mordo, there's the do not go gentle node, of course, but it's really hard to get heavies off against Mordo to get rid of those things because of the astral evade, but we don't have to worry about that with Aarkus here. So Mordo will really never evade Aarkus as long as you're more than 6 seconds into the fight and you have that first armor break on the opponent. So that's really, really good stuff. He's actually a really good Mordo counter when there isn't Spite. So we're going to have to obviously play around Spite here. There we have to rely on getting a little lucky with the Spite RNG and his special RNG. But in general, I really actually like Aarkus for Mordo because it's very easy to keep that at least one armor break on the opponent like it's absolutely nothing. At this point, look at this, okay? We went for the special 3, so we have the aura across the entire stage, and now we can go for a special 2 and get a nice giant armor shatter on the opponent, and we're going to have that cold snap on him the entire time because we don't need to be near him to keep it on because we threw the special 3. So that's another really amazing thing about the special 3. The special 3 is really important to Aarkus. It really improves your damage overall, and of course, you know, Mordo has a very noodly special 3, so we didn't really have to worry about eating that too much. We can definitely eat that and still survive. At this point, though, we're just trying to nuke this guy down here, and we're doing some decent damage. We have class disadvantage here. He's not a robot, he's not a tech champion, he's not a metal champion, and we're still doing really, really good damage. So yeah, this fight definitely really impressed me when it comes to Vision's damage in normal fights as well, not just against robots and against metal champions that have, you know, the tech class there. So it shows me that he's actually a really great champion even in normal situations as well. As you can see, we have to play around that power gain and the Spite, and we have 3 do not go gentle charges, so we're definitely going to try to get those down before the end of the fight. Nice 32k heavy attack, another 32k heavy attack. I'm starting to worry we're going to kill him before we can get rid of that last do not go gentle charge, and that's what happened. But the cold snap definitely got him down that last 1%, and you bring Heimdall along in this fight. So that's a really great way to kill this guy as well here when you get him the 1% and he nukes you down with the do not go gentle charges, but the cold snap finishes him off, so really good stuff. So up next, we're going to take him up against a Winter Soldier fight here, just for a little demonstration of his rotation in a very casual way here, okay? I feel like you've already seen his rotation enough, but there are no nodes here, obviously, right? So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to go for the special 3, special 2, special 3 rotation. This is my favorite rotation for Aarkus in any normal fight here. We're going to go for the special 3. I am going to speed it up because, oh my goodness, how many freaking times can we watch this guy do this, right? So now the aura is across the entire stadium, all right? As you can see, the armor break ticker is just going and going and going until we get to 10. Now at this point, the power gain is going to bring us right up to a special 2, and now we have the full armor shatter. We have 4 power gains, and we're making our way to 5 power gains, and as you can see, we're very, very close to another special 3, and we're going to be there in just a moment here, okay? We have 5 power gains, and this is what makes this guy so rough on defense, that if you don't control his power gains, he's going to just gain them over and over and over and over and over, okay? So now at this point, we have the Fury buff from the armor shatter, we have the armor shatter cashing in on 10 armor breaks, and we're going to be doing a lot of damage against Winter Soldier, and look at that, there's that passive ticking from the cold snap damage, 1123 every half second. That's over 2000 damage every second just from playing the game essentially, and you're doing 35k heavy attacks as well. Again, no class advantage, all right, no metal tag, no tech champion here. We're just doing a lot of damage here. Vision Aarkus does not take a lot of time to ramp up, and he does a lot of damage, man, in any normal fight, seriously. So I'm not entirely sure why Vision Aarkus is so underrated, but he seems to be very, very underrated. His damage is actually quite good, quite good. So let's talk about some more utility here. We kind of touched upon it with Mordo there, but we're going to go for a Mesmerize path here, okay? This is Mesmerize and Stun Vulnerability. It is so easy to counter evade with this guy. Check it out. Boom. From here on out, no more evasion, because as soon as you're near the opponent, when there's one armor break on the opponent, you're going to have that cold snap. So right from the beginning of the fight, you have that evasion counter, okay? And as long as you're near the opponent, the armor breaks are not going to fall off. And guess what? If they do fall off, all you have to do is stand next to the opponent for 2 seconds and allow allow it to come back, okay? So at this point, we're going to go for that special 3. Again, this is another lane in Act 7 that he's completely just nuking through like it's nothing, okay? So watch this. We're going to go for the special 3, and now we're going to have the cold snap on the entire battlefield for pretty much the rest of this fight, okay? And now, no matter what, you don't have to worry about evasion because he's going to have that consistent cold snap on the opponent. So check this out now. We're going to build up to a special 2, and of course, we're going to go for an armor shatter. There's also stun vulnerability on this lane, so we're going to try to get a really big crit on a stun from the heavy attack, because that would be like probably like 70,000 heavy attack if we crit. I don't think we're going to get a crit here, unfortunately, but we are going to get this guy down before we even have the chance to crit, man. But yeah. We also don't have the Fury buff, but yeah, we're not getting any crits here whatsoever, but that's totally fine. This guy is just about dead here, and as you can see, we don't have to worry about Mesmerize even once in the entire fight, because that cold snap came in clutch like crazy, man. We're going to do one more fight here with the Mesmerize. We have an OG Spidey, who is one of the most annoying evaders, who on top of Mesmerize, on top of Dizzy, is also going to have his own Spider-Man evade, okay? And look at how easy it is to just get around it, okay? Sometimes you have to do a repower there. If you do a repower, you'll get it pretty much 100% of the time. But yeah, as you can see, man, look at that. Look at that damage, man, with the stun vulnerability. Really good stuff, man. With the armor breaks coming in clutch. Yeah, this guy is just such a good evade counter, man, and the damage is really there. Look at that. Look at that damage, man. Gonna go for the special 2 here without the special 3 because I don't think we need it in this fight. But yeah, I mean, he's just completely ripping through the Spider-Man. You do not have... Look at that. 29k without the Fury buff with the stun vulnerability. That's really, really good stuff, guys. So basically, he's really great for evaders, man. There's one section in AQ for one of my paths where I take the you can't touch this spider evade lane, and I would totally love to take Aarkus in for that. So I don't actually have a 6-star Aarkus of my own. I did ask if I could, you know, have one on the CCP server so I can make a video for you guys, but if I did pull an Aarkus, man, I feel like I would definitely rank this guy up here. Alright, man, so up next, we're going to be looking at some even more utility here. This is one of the harder paths in all of Act 7. Encroaching Stun, Hurt Locker, Power Access 2, okay? Power Access 2, okay? Now, you're probably thinking Encroaching Stun. Oh, Vision's probably really good for this because of his power gain, right? He can just keep spamming those specials, right? So we're going to take a look at that, okay? Now, keep in mind, he also has the Cold Snap here to counter Spider-Man Stealth's evade. He just has everything going on for the fight here. So at this point, watch for the Encroaching Stun. We're going to go for the special, right? What? Wait a minute, where was the special? How did we get around Encroaching Stun? Oh, that's right, because at SIG 200, you have over 100% chance to shrug off a non-damaging debuff every 9 seconds, and that includes stuns from Encroaching Stun, from Stunning Reflection, from all of that stuff. So, keep in mind, if you're doing Encroaching Stun, it probably is the smart idea here to go for the special attack since you have such easy access to them, okay? Let's go for it here. Let's go for... Oh, wait, we did the special 2 too early. But that's okay, because Encroaching Stun is every 20 seconds, and every 10 seconds we could shrug off a debuff, alright? But don't worry, we'll definitely get it next time, right? We'll definitely... Like, look at all the special attacks. And of course, with Hurt Locker, it really helps to have that power gain, because you can very easily switch around special attacks, right? Alright, so that Encroaching Stun timer is coming around. We're not going to miss it this time. We're going for the special 3. Wait, does the special 3 count for Encroaching Stun? It probably does. We're probably fine. We don't have to worry about that. We're just going to avoid that timer. So yeah, and now we have 20 seconds to build up to another special, which is going to be really easy. Oh my god, it didn't count, but that's fine because we're immune to it. So yeah, this right here is actually really incredible utility. Like seriously, incredible utility. He completely just shuts off Encroaching Stun. That's insane. It's absolutely insane, man. It's really insane. So here's just a little bit of Labyrinth here. It was a long fight. It was like a 5-minute fight here. You know, But I just love the playstyle. Look at this, man. I just love doing the heavy attacks in the corner. I love that particular playstyle. I really do. It's very satisfying for me. Look at that, man. 32k crits is just really good damage, man. I just really enjoy it. So yeah, I just wanted to put that little clip in there. Up next, man, we have one more fight here against what I consider to be one of the harder bosses in 6.1, alright? This is the Sabertooth Boss, and we're going to be talking about another piece of utility that Vision Aarkus has, and that is a really, really good synergy with the Despair Mastery. So if you have Despair at 3 out of 3, all you really need here is 7 debuffs, and you completely shut off healing. Now keep in mind, Sabertooth is immune to Cold Snap, so we're going to be losing that passive damage aspect in this fight, but watch this. At this point, boom, healing is shut off. Healing is shut off for the rest of the fight. Now, there's no retreat here, and there's also Oscillate, so we're going to be taking some passive block damage and, degen damage as well. As you can see, we started off very poorly here. We triggered no retreat, which is definitely unfortunate. But at this point, we don't want to go for the Armor Shadow because that would turn those 10 debuffs into only 2 debuffs, okay? So we definitely don't want that. And keep in mind, Sabertooth is immune to Cold Snap. So we want to consistently cycle the special 3 here, and if we cycle the special 3, we're going to keep the aura around the entire stage for the entire fight here, and we're going to have the 10 debuffs on the opponent for the entirety of the fight, and you're not going to see even 1 tick of healing from Sabertooth throughout this entire fight. And that's one of the things that make this fight so hard against Sabertooth. Yes, there's the Oscillate, and yes, there is also the no retreat, but what makes it tough is that on top of all of that, he's usually regenerating every single thing that you throw at him, okay? So if you just consistently cycle that special 3 over and over and over, again, you could also cycle the special 1s if you want to, because that refreshes the armor break duration, right? But I feel like special 3 is the way to go for sure. You can get the Fury because you're not going to have the Armor Shatter, but that's totally okay. You really don't need it. This is more of a utility fight right here. This just kind of shows Vision Aarkus' range to me. I feel like this is a really good showcase of like a very bit of underrated utility that he has. I feel like a lot of champions have like Despair utility that isn't too, commonly talked about. But this is just one of the tougher fights that you need Despair for, that Vision Aarkus just works really, really well for. And as you can see, this fight is not as speedy as a lot of the other fights in this video. However, he is getting him down, and our health bars are about even now, and we finally recovered from that no retreat degen that we took in the beginning of the fight. By the way, it does seem to be better to just eat some of the block damage from the special attacks as opposed to triggering no retreat. At first, I thought it was going to be the opposite way around, but I learned pretty soon that that is just not true, right? But yeah, this guy's almost down to 30% health. We're doing some decent damage here for sure. We're definitely missing that Armor Shatter, and we're definitely missing the Fury buff damage. But at the end of the day, as long as we get the boss down, that's all that really matters. But yeah, guys, this video is just about over. This is the last fight. I do hope the Aarkus gameplay revolution wait was worth it. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I had a really fun time making this video. I actually really had a really fun time making this video. I really did. It was really fun messing around with Vision Aarkus. I never really messed around with this guy before. And I think he is just really good. I really do. I'm actually considering ranking up my 5-star after making this showcase video. I think he's very good. I will probably hold out for the 6-star like I usually do, because realistically I'm not going to use the 5-star, but I could see myself bringing this guy up against like any robots, man. I feel like he's like more fun to play casually against robots than like Magneto. As much as I love Magneto, and I would use Magneto in any serious situation, but whenever there's like a robot on like a casual questing path that I'm doing, I would love to do it with Aarkus, man. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Huge shout out to Lootcakes for sponsoring this video once again. Again, click that link in the description in the comment section to enter in for your chance to win that $50 gift card and sign up with my referral link. It would help me out a lot, and it could help you out a lot too. But anyway, my dudes, that's gonna be it for this one. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, comment what you think about finally seeing some Aarkus gameplay in the comment section below, and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any other future showcases coming to you very soon. I wonder what the next revolution is going to be. I'll be seeing you around.